Now, if you have clicked this video, then you must be wanting a perfect and beautiful handwriting that represents yourself. After all, your handwriting tells a lot about your personality, especially when it comes to first impressions. You must also be wanting to impress your teachers so that they involve you in every aspect of their teaching. Well, these may not be the only reasons to improve your handwriting, but who doesn't love a beautiful handwriting? So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some tips with you that are going to help you improve your handwriting. So the first tip that I'm giving to you is to make sure that the pen you're using is comfortable for your fingers. You can use pens like this Pilot ball pen, which is 0.1 and has an excellent grip. Then we have the Sarasa 0.5 which is actually gel ink roller ball pen and is really good for people who have a thin handwriting. Then we have the Nataraj pen, which is 0.6 and again has continuous flow of ink and has a great grip. And lastly, we have two of my most favorite pens, which is the Pilot fountain pen and the Parker pen that has excellent grip skills and can improve your handwriting as well. The second tip is to make sure that your letters are clearly visible. In this way, you will be able to understand what you're actually writing and will also give you motivation to look through your notes and learn. And this will also help in giving you a neat presentation of your book. The third tip is to keep exploring and experimenting on the types of handwriting that you can actually have. First, try focusing on changing the minimum, which is try changing only 2 to 4 letters in your handwriting so that it's easier for you to implement your own handwriting, as if you change all the alphabets, it's going to be really confusing for you and it can give a big stress on your handwriting. So let me show you a transition of my handwriting where my handwriting changed consistently every year, but I was soon introduced to calligraphy, which changed my handwriting styles and the strokes that I made, and now it has been so consistent and has not even changed a bit. Now, the fourth tip is to give space to your words. Now, before coming to the main point, I want you guys to understand what spacing is. And it's not just leaving one finger in between your words, but there's just more to that. And let me just show you a trick that I have used in my handwriting skills. Now over here, if you closely look at my writing, you can see that on top there's some spaces in between the words, and I'm filling those spaces by writing just below them. Now I know this is a very weird method, but this actually gives a very neat presentation of your notes and encourages you to study. Otherwise, you can see another example that I'm showing you over here. There's like small space to write, but still it does look a little bit neat. So this is how you can actually improve and understand more about spacing. The last and the final tip that we have over here is to not make too many curves. Too many curves can cause irritation to your hands and cause strain as well. This makes the notes less attractive and less understandable, so it is good for you that you try to improvise your handwriting, not make it too unique, too curvy, but just understandable for you. I'm ending this video by replying to a comment where this person says that I have tried to make my notes attractive by using red, green, black for headings and blue for explanation, but I can't write headings in calligraphy. How did you learn calligraphy? So basically, I had actually learned and known about calligraphy from Instagram. You can get a lot of ideas over there, and the first thing that you need to learn is the strokes. This is a very important point to notice before starting calligraphy or learning calligraphy, is that strokes are really important, and I would suggest you to use brush pens. Otherwise, there are a lot of ideas. You can even check my Instagram. I have posted some of my calligraphy arts and stuff. So that is your response for the first question. The second question is, what company sketch pens do you use for writing headings and doing calligraphy? So basically, I use Myliner highlighters, sketch pen tip, and I don't really use any branded kind of brush pens. I just found it online, so I bought it from there. You can also buy any kind of brush pens, otherwise they're the Tombow ones. And the next question is, Do you always use papers for note taking, and what kind of paper sheet do you use, and how do you keep it organized? Do you have separate files for each subject? Well, I don't have separate files for each subject. It's mostly for biology because it needs a lot of memorization and cheat sheets. So I just used any kind of rule paper that has those two holes according to my register size. So that is how you can use them, and that is how I have been organizing it. But note taking is mostly recommended to be done on the notebooks rather than papers because you may lose them easily. So yeah.